Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. And today's reading is your love and romance reading, and this is for the month of February 2015, and this is for the zodiac sign of Cancer. So my fellow Cancerians, how are you? Hope that you're really well, hope that you're enjoying the year so far. For any of you lot that don't know, or even for those of you that do know, just want to remind you how I do these readings. I use two separate decks of cards, okay? So the first deck I'll use are my Rider-Waite General Tarot cards. And I'll shuffle the cards off screen, pick a card intuitively, and that will serve as your sort of advice stroke guidance as to what potentially could be coming into your love life during the month of February. The second deck I'll use is my Romance Angels Oracle cards, and I will then again shuffle those cards off screen, again intuitively pick one card from the deck which will be advice guidance from the angels, potentially what could be coming into your life, or advice on this current situation that potentially some of you guys are going through at the moment. Okay, so guys, the card that I picked from the Rider-Waite pack for you guys is the Two of Cups. Beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful card. This card is all about unity, stability, reconciliation, the coming together of two minds, marriage, engagement, proposals, the building on existing successes of a relationship. It's really good if you're attached, guys. This card is simply saying that there's going to be further developments in your relationship. So it could be in February that some of you guys decide to get married, okay? It could be for you guys that maybe some of you guys decide that you want to move home, move in together. This is a card very much about kind of permanence in a way, about kind of those initial stages of permanence, okay? Those initial stages of kind of like living the whole of your lives together sort of thing, okay? It's kind of that moment when you recognise that you've really got your soulmate there, that person that you really want to be with, okay, in terms of a love relationship. This card also denotes friendships, again, a meeting of minds in friendships, you know, real good friendships, friendships that are kind of rock solid. These two people are kind of, you know, they're holding two cups each. They're holding a cup each, but they're kind of holding hands, if you can see that behind the cups. So it's almost like this is a blessed thing. This is a blessed union. And I feel that for some of you guys who are already attached, that there's going to be a real sort of coming together of minds. You know, a real kind of solidarity there. You know, your relationship's going to be feeling a lot more solid in the month of February. And also I think St. Valentine's night helps, definitely. It really does. Flowers and chocolates and, you know, music and all of that stuff. Beautiful, yeah. I think if you're single, that this card could potentially denote that somebody's coming into your life, and it's going to be a real kindred spirit. So it's going to be someone who you almost, you know, you see them across the room and there's a real kind of connection going on there. You know, there's a real kind of like, yeah, that person, I'm going to marry that person one day. You know, I feel like I've known them in like 100 different lifetimes, you know, ago. I feel like I knew them, you know, in a past life. You know, I feel like I'm almost feeling like a past life kind of regression going on here when I see this person. So I think for some of you guys who are single, there's going to be, potentially for some of you guys, there's going to be someone that comes in for you in February, and it will be that person that you just share that immediate sort of connection with. It's like a bolt of lightning hitting you. You just know that they're the one for you. But I think that this card also sort of comes with that little bit of a you know, piece of advice to say that this relationship, potentially if it comes in for you in February, or even potentially before that, that you need to take your time with it. You need to let it grow. You need to let it mature, okay? Because innately with the Two of Cups, this is a card that is usually based on people who already know each other, okay? So they already kind of, they've already got through the initial stages of fun, and there's a real kind of more, there's much more a feeling of knowing each other. You're at a stage where you know each other and you're building on that relationship. It's more a card about building on something with someone. So I certainly think that if you're single and this person comes in and you really feel that connection with them, you need to give the relationship time to build and to kind of really get to know them and take things slowly. Because I think in doing that, you're going to be able to build something that's quite long lasting and very, very, very lovely. So guys, that's your love and romance reading for the month of February 2015. And I'd like to show you the card that the angels picked for you in terms of their take on what potentially could happen for you, or advice on potentially something that's existing at the moment. And this is, give your relationship a chance. Okay, and it says on the card, work on your partnership. And I'll tell you what else they say. They say, this relationship is worth devoting effort to. There may be issues, but these can be worked through and healed. You need to commit to the relationship to ensure the best chance of success. If you do end it, you'll know that you gave it your all. You'll know the dynamics you played in it and avoid attracting similarly painful situations in the future. There is hope for your partnership. Love is still there. Working with an outside agency could help. So potentially for some of you guys who are going through something in your relationship, maybe there's a little bit of turbulence there. Maybe there's, you know, a little bit of a difference in ideas, in kind of perceptions on where you want to go in your relationship. You know, if there's anything like that going on, and you know, you're not sort of on the same page relationship wise, the angels are saying for some of you guys, you know, it might be worth giving it another shot. If there is still at the root of that relationship real love, real affection, but you just feel on the surface that you're kind of not going in the same direction, and potentially that you don't want the same things, then you really need to try and find time to find that common ground. Okay, and you need to kind of, this isn't a card about kind of compromise. It's about looking at what brought you together in the first place, and seeing whether those kind of sparks and whether that initial feeling of what made you fall in love with that person is still there, and whether that is something for you to fight for, or to, you know, continue with, or to explore a bit further. But the angels are saying for some of you guys that the relationship that may be going through a little bit of turbulence at the moment is worth fighting for, and is worth kind of sticking with, and is worth trying to resolve, because, you know, at the heart of it, potentially there is still love there. However, if you've come to a point where it is the end of the road for you guys, okay, for some of you guys, if you've come to the end of the road in your relationship, then you can rest assured and you can feel really good in yourself that you gave it all you had. Okay, if you really gave it all you had, and you really you're saying to yourself, you know what, this is just not going to work out. It really isn't. We're just two completely different people, and I want this, you want that. I want kids, you don't. You know, I want to travel the world, you want to stay at home. You know, all these different things. You know, I want to go out and show you off. You can't be bothered. You know. And I don't want to change you, but I like to do what I like to do, and you don't want to do what I want to, you know, what I want to do, and I don't want to do what you want to do, and all those things. I know I'm rambling a bit here, but if you really have come to a point where, you know, the relationship is just not working out for you, then at least you can say you gave it your best shot, and maybe you can go into a future relationship sort of working with, you know, the truth of what happened in your previous relationship. So kind of, you know, keeping in mind the things that didn't make your previous relationship work out, and you can go into another relationship with that, and you know, you can say, okay, this didn't work out in my previous relationship, so I'm going to go into another relationship from a different viewpoint and a different perspective, and you know, hopefully I'm going to meet the person who I'm actually meant to be with, but this just didn't work out for me. So guys, that's the end of your love and romance reading for the month of February 2015. I'd like to say thank you very, very much for joining me. Have a marvellous Valentine's Day on February the 14th, no matter what you do. And even if you feel that nobody in the world loves you, just know that I definitely do. So I'll see you on the next reading. It will be your February general monthly reading 2015, and I'll see you then. Love you loads. Take care.